What if I told you that the very technology designed to protect wildlife could become its biggest? It might sound like a skeefy plot, but this is the unsettling reality of biases in artificial intelligence that impact wildlife habitat preservation. Imagine stepping into a serene forest where every rustle of leaves hints at life all around you. Yet, beneath this tranquility lies a growing crisis that many overlook. The AI systems created to monitor and safeguard these habitats aren't as neutral as we believe. Something is seriously amiss. AI relies on data to make decisions, learning from patterns and trends. But what happens when that data is flawed? It amplifies existing biases, often favoring certain species over others. This could mean that while one animal thrives, another quietly edges toward extinction. Can you picture the ripple effects of such an oversight? Take the majestic African elephant, for example. These gentle giants often receive significant conservation attention. But what if the algorithms that dictate funding and resources are influenced by data favoring more popular species? Elephants could miss out on crucial support, all because of numbers on a screen. Now, consider being a ranger in a reserve, relying on AI predictions to detect poaching activity. If the system flags certain areas as high-risk based on outdated or biased data, you might be chasing shadows while real threats slip by. The stakes are high and the consequences can be dire. Unchecked biases could lead to shifts in biodiversity, altering ecosystems in ways we can't fully grasp. It's alarming to realize that these decisions impact not just individual species, but entire habitats. So, what can we do about it? It starts with awareness. By questioning the data and advocating for transparency in AI algorithms, we can help recalibrate these systems. Our goal should be to create a future where technology benefits all species, not just the favorites. Remember, technology wields immense power, and like any tool, it can be used for good or harm. As we move forward, let's strive to build a world where every creature has a fighting chance. If this message resonates with you, please share it and join the movement for change. Imagine a world where technology is meant to protect our wildlife. Shocking, right? This is the uncomfortable truth about biases in artificial intelligence that are affecting wildlife habitat preservation. Many of us see AI as a neutral tool designed for good. But what if I told you these systems can reinforce biases that harm our planet's most vulnerable species? This is just a tech issue. It's a ticking time bomb for biodiversity. Let's dive into this unsettling reality. Picture a beautiful forest, home to countless species. Now, imagine AI tasked with monitoring these habitats is programmed with flawed data. It might focus on areas that are already well protected, completely overlooking the most endangered species. Can you see how this could lead to disaster? Certain algorithms might ignore habitats crucial for survival. If decision makers rely on biased AI outputs, they could redirect resources away from places that desperately need help, unknowingly supporting a system that puts wildlife at risk. Consider this scenario: you're hiking in a national park, heart racing as you spot a majestic deer. But what if the AI monitoring its habitat deemed the surrounding area less important based on outdated or skewed data? That deer, along with many others, could be in danger due to an unseen error in judgment. Every miscalculation contributes to a cycle of decline, and fragile species could face extinction while we remain unaware of the hidden threats behind our screens. But what if we could change this? What if we demanded better, more inclusive data inputs? What if we held developers accountable for their algorithms, ensuring they accurately reflect the true state of our ecosystems? The change starts with awareness. As we wrap up, take a moment to reflect. Every time you hear about aiding conservation efforts, ask yourself who is being left behind. The future of our wildlife might hinge on that very question. Join the conversation, raise your voice, and let's ensure that technology serves not just a select few, but everyone, including those who cannot speak for themselves. The uncomfortable truth about biases in artificial intelligence is more alarming than you think. Imagine AI systems created to protect wildlife habitats. They analyze data, predict outcomes, and make decisions. Sounds great, right? But what if these systems are unintentionally prioritizing certain species over others? This is happening now, and many people are completely unaware. When we rely on algorithms, we often forget they built by humans are inherently flawed and biased. These biases seep into the very code meant to safeguard our natural world. Consider a community using an AI-driven model to decide which areas to conserve. This model might favor charismatic animals like lions or pandas while overlooking less well-known but equally important species. You might think, what's the harm in that? But as these algorithms elevate certain species, the habitats essential for countless others begin to disappear, creating a staggering ripple effect. Take migratory birds, for example. Their journeys are becoming increasingly perilous as they rely on diverse ecosystems. If our AI models ignore the habitats these birds need, it's a ticking time bomb, and the countdown has begun. Now let's raise the stakes. Imagine standing in a barren landscape that was once vibrant with life, now just a shadow of its former self. The decisions made by these AI systems could mean the difference between thriving biodiversity and total ecological collapse. So what can we do? Awareness is the first step. We need to start conversations about the impact of AI on wildlife management and advocate for transparency in the algorithms shaping our conservation efforts. Imagine if we demanded diverse data sets that consider all species, not just the popular ones. As we reflect on this unsettling reality,